From Harold Washington to Harold's Chicken and everything in between and beyond, SoCHiology is the exploration of Chicago culture, history, legends, stories, and fiction through a myriad of discussions with Chicagoans themselves. What's up, everybody? It's Twiz Taylor back again with another episode of SoCHiology. Today's date is Tuesday, February 28th, 2023, which means it's election day here in Chicago. Now, Lori Lightfoot is the current mayor of the city. She is the second woman to hold that office after Jane Byrne and the first openly lesbian woman to hold that office. But how many black people have held the mayor's title here in the city of Chicago? She currently has 8 challengers vying for her spot, 6 of whom are black. So I went to the streets early on election day to ask a few people if they knew just how many black folks held the title of mayor of Chicago. This is what they had to say. First, can you state your name and what part of the city you're from?
My name is Nasir. I'm from the south side of Chicago.
All right, 2 quick questions. How many black people have been mayor of Chicago?
Only one, I think.
Just one?
Lori and was there another? Ron wasn't black. I think it's only one.
I'm Jessica. I'm from the west side of Chicago.
From the west side?
West side.
All right, how many black people have been mayor of Chicago?
Ooh. 2.
Lamar Rocket, south side of Chicago.
All right, how many black people have been mayor of Chicago?
So far, I believe, depending on, because some people have like black DNA that's trans back in the day, but, physically too.
I could be wrong, but I think it was only Lori. I don't know. Harold Washington. He was the first black mayor of Chicago. You're right. So 2.
Gene Sawyer was the second.
Oh, shoot. So it's 3.
Yeah, it's actually 3.
3? Oh, it's close. Okay.
Harold Washington, Eugene Sawyer, and Lightfoot. Now, of course, Harold Washington is the obvious first answer, right? He was the first black mayor of the city, elected in 1983. But a lot of people forget about Eugene Sawyer. You see, after Harold Washington's unfortunate, untimely passing in late 1987, Eugene Sawyer was elected by the city council to serve as the mayor after him from December 2nd, 1987 to April 1989. At the time, he was the longest serving black alderman in the city of the 6th Ward. Now, Eugene Sawyer is also the father of current 6th Ward alderman Roderick Sawyer. Speaking of aldermen, there are a lot of them up for re-election and trying to get elected today as well. So I asked the same people if they knew how many aldermen formed the city council in the city. This is what they said.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Second question. There's 77 community areas in Chicago. How many aldermen are there?
So how many wards are there?
77 communities in Chicago. How many aldermen are there?
77 communities. I believe it's one for each one for each community. So 77.
There's 77 community areas in the city. How many aldermen are there?
Now I do not know.
You don't know how many aldermen it is?
No, sir. How many?
Just take a guess. 77 community areas.
It's X amount of aldermen per community area.
You have, you got the municipal level.
Honestly, I couldn't even answer that one. I don't know.
50 aldermen.
It's 50 aldermen.
It's a lot of number. I don't know. I can't even give you a guesstimate.
50.
50?
50.
Okay.
50 aldermen, 50 wards, so an alderman for each ward.
Okay, got you.
I go into more detail about this on SoCHiology episode 57, City Hall. When you get a chance, go listen to that episode. But yes, there are 50 wards in the city, and aldermen for each respective ward, so therefore 50 aldermen. And you can only vote for the alderman of your ward. So for example, if you live in the 20th ward, you can only vote for the alderman's race in the 20th ward. You cannot vote for the alderman in the 15th ward. So today is election day, ladies and gentlemen. If you live in the city of Chicago, if you are a resident of Chicago, exercise your freedom and your right to go out there and vote. You live in this city and you deserve to have a say-so on what's going on and who runs the city. Because after all, politicians work for the people, not the other way around. So if you enjoyed this podcast episode, please pass it on to somebody else that may benefit from it as well. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on whatever platform you may be listening to it on right now. If you enjoyed this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on right now, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, etc., leave a 5-star review and a comment. Let us know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to our sister podcast, Mogul Motivation from True Stories Media.